guys, I hope you're all doing all right. A good thing that we had some nice sunny weather today, so I hope that it's uplifted our spirits a little bit. I also hope that you enjoyed the cardiovascular video that I posted last night. Today I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to have a chair and do some chair work. This one will also be a bit more favorable for the seniors if they're looking for something to do during this time as well, instead of just staying seated in one place. All right, so we're going to start from the base and we'll gently work our way up the body. So I want you, for one, to just please make sure that your chair is nice and steady and sturdy. If you are working on tiles, then just place the front legs of the chair on the mat. That's where the chair won't slide, or if you're on carpet, then it should be fine as well. Okay, so I want you to sit on the edge of the chair for me. So your sit bones are on the chair, but your thighs are completely lifted. And I want you to just straighten the legs out for me. We're going to start off just by getting some ankle work. We unfortunately don't work our ankles enough in general life, and now we're walking around even less. So they're getting less work. So we want to make sure they stay healthy and strong. Okay, so having the legs straight, roughly fist distance apart, you're going to start by flexing the ankles. So flex the toes to the nose, but keep the knees straight. And then you're going to point your toes for me and lengthen out of those ankles. And again, we're going to flex. Your heels are going to drag along the floor when we flex, and then they'll drag towards the chair as we point. So just make sure you stay nice and seated. Use those abdominals to help keep us nice and straight. All right, and we're going to flex the ankles, keeping knees straight, and point the ankles, or point the toes. Good. And let's go a few more times. Flexing, so feel a stretch in those calves, and pointing, lengthening out. And last one, flexing, beautiful, and pointing, nice. All right, we're now going to make nice circles with those ankles. So feel like you're drawing circles with those toes for me. Again, the knees need to please stay straight. You might feel your weight shift a little bit back and forwards on the chair. That's perfectly okay. Just make sure we're still sitting nice and tall as well. That way we're getting the stability work in our body while we're isolating movement in the ankles. And then we pause to just change that direction for me. Beautiful. All right, and just give them a few more circles. Knees staying straight, staying seated nice and tall. Lovely. All right, we're now going to move on. So let's bend the knees. I'm just going to sit sideways so that you have a little bit of a visual. It depends on how much you want to challenge yourself. We're going to be extending a leg. So the further back you sit, the more support your leg has with the chair, and the further forward you sit, the less support you have with the chair. Okay, so you can find what difficulty works best for you. So I'm going to sit with my sit bones at the edge of the chair, and we're going to have a 90-degree angle at those knees for me. You can just rest your hands on your legs. Now here I want you to make sure you're staying nice and tall in that spine, but keep the ribs engaged and feel like you're lengthening out the back of the skull. A lot of people lift the chin when they try and lift up tall, but then we're creating a backward C in our neck. We want the neck to be a little bit more lengthened. So imagine from the base of the skull here, we're lengthening and lifting. All right, we're going to do 4 with the right leg and then 4 with the left leg. So we inhale to prepare. We engage those abdominals and we exhale to lift, point, and lengthen that leg for me. And inhale to bring it back down. Keep the leg as high as you can in terms of where it is at this moment in time. So try avoid dropping if you can. If you can't straighten the leg, keeping that leg up, then you're welcome to lower it down a little bit. All right, let's go for number 2. We inhale. We exhale to lengthen that leg out and away. Get that quad firing. And inhale back in. And exhale out for 3. And inhale back in. Straight leg is more important than the height. And last one, but we want to challenge our height. Good, and lower that leg down. We're now going to move over to the opposite side. Make sure we're still sitting nice and tall, abdominals engaged. We're in our neutral pelvis. So our hip bones and pubic bone are still parallel, but now they're parallel to the wall. All right, we inhale. We exhale to lengthen and lift the opposite leg. And inhale to bring the foot back down. And exhale to lift for 2. Make sure that pelvis is staying steady and lower down. So feel where the weight is on those sit bones. Exhale for 3 and keep it consistent. And inhale in. And last one, and make sure the knee is facing the ceiling. And inhale in. And then you can just flop the knees in and out for me, just to release those quads a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stay seated to the side just so that you can see what I'm doing. I want you to now sit further forward so that you have your thighs hanging over the edge, just to make space for us between our back and the resting part of the chair. We're still going to have our hands on our knees. We're sitting nice and tall. We're going to inhale here. Then exhale, scoop the navel and just tuck the spine back towards the wall for me, so back towards the back of the chair. But keep the shoulders over the hips for me. Often when we do that movement, the shoulders will go a little bit over the hips. Make sure they're staying on top of your hips. And then we're going to inhale just to lengthen and straighten. So imagine somebody's got a suction cup to the middle of your back, and they're pulling it, which is pulling the spine backwards. All right, so we inhale. We exhale, scoop the navel in, keeping the shoulders on top of the hips as we take that spine back. So you will have a tuck in the pelvis, and the upper body will arc ever so slightly. And we inhale back up and into our straight spine. And we exhale to scoop that navel in again. Make sure those shoulders are over those hips. And we inhale to lift and lengthen. We're going to go 2 more like that. And we exhale to sink in, keeping the shoulders above the hips, shoulders relaxed and out of the ears, but the abdominals are scooping in. And we inhale to lengthen and straighten. And last one, we're going to exhale to scoop that navel in, pushing the spine back, keeping shoulders above the hips, and inhale to lengthen. All right, so now we're going to go a little bit deeper into that spinal rock back. So I want you to just rock back as far as you can just before you touch the back of the chair. Do not rest on the back of the chair. We do not want to cheat. We want to get the work. We're going to now change the arms. We're going to place one arm over the other. All right, so whatever we did automatically, let's swap those arms around so that the body is challenged with what feels a little bit less comfortable. Have the arms a little bit low, so then lower than shoulder height. They're sort of in front of your sternum there, so that the shoulders stay low. We inhale to prepare. We now exhale to start tucking the pelvis. We move through each vertebra, and we just roll back until we just brushing the back of that chair. We inhale. We exhale to scoop the navel. Keep the C-curve in the spine as we come back onto the sit bones. And then we inhale to lift the chest and straighten that spine. And let's go again. Exhale, scoop that navel. Initiate from the base. We tuck that pelvis first. We move through each vertebra sequentially, pausing as we just brushing the back of the chair. We inhale. Exhale, scoop that navel in, restack that spine onto the sit bones, and we lift and lengthen and straighten that spine. Beautiful. Let's go for 3 more. And exhale. Shoulders are still low and relaxed. Hold for the inhale, feet are relaxed. And exhale, scooping that navel in, keeping the C-curve. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And we go again. Exhale, scoop the navel, moving through each vertebra, tucking that pelvis underneath you. Pelvic floor lifting. Arms are still below shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, engage those abdominals to bring us back onto the sit bones. Inhale to straighten. We've got 1 more. And exhale, scoop that navel, rolling back and down. Lovely. Hold for that inhale. And exhale, keep the C-curve onto those sit bones, and we lift and lengthen, and we lower those arms down. All right, so we're going to now do a few other movements for our torso, just so we can get multi-directional exercise. So make sure again that you're roughly at the edge of the chair so that we can't use the back of the chair to help support us. So we're going to now do some side bends, but this is going to challenge us in our spatial awareness. So we want to make sure we just flex. We don't want to have any additional rotation. All right, so let's place the right hand behind the head. That elbow is in your peripheral vision, and the left arm is long and down to the side of the chair. All right, we're going to stay grounded on those sit bones. We inhale, and then we exhale to side bend to the left. Reach your left fingers towards the floor. You might feel a stretch that runs through the arm and out of that middle finger. It just depends on how tight you are. And make sure you're pushing the head into the hands so we don't have the head being pushed forward by that hand. We inhale there, and we exhale to pull the rib in on the right to restack. We're going to do a few more on this side. We inhale. Exhale, pure flexion, lengthen out the back of the neck, head pressing into the hand. Keep the ribs laced so we're not arching our upper back, and we reach our left fingers towards the floor. We inhale, we exhale to pull that rib in as we restack the spine. Beautiful, let's just go for 2 more. We inhale, we exhale, side bend, pure flexion. So make sure that we haven't rotated backwards or forwards. Head pushing into the hands. Inhale. Exhale, really pull that right rib in. So we're actively getting that abdominal work here. All right, and last one, still sitting nice and tall. Inhale and exhale to side bend. Lovely, grounding down in that right hip still. We inhale. Head pushing into hand and exhale to restack. Lovely, we're going to swap sides. So lower the right arm and lift that left arm up for me. Again, elbow in that peripheral vision. Head gently pressing into the hand, but make sure those ribs are still laced. It's very easy to arch ever so slightly. All right, we inhale. We exhale and we tilt to the right. Reach the right fingertips towards the floor, nice and gently. We don't want to brace the body to try and get as far as we can. And remember, it's a lengthened C, so we're not just crunching into it. Inhale, exhale, pull the ribs down on the left, and restack that spine. Good, we have 3 more. We inhale here. We exhale. Pure side flexion again, so watch yourself. Good, keep grounding in that left hip, head pressing into the hands, inhaling, and exhale, pull the rib in. Beautiful. Make sure we're still nice and low in that left shoulder with the hand behind our head. We have 2 more. We inhale, we exhale. Lovely. Inhaling there, lengthening tall in that C-curve. Exhale, pull that rib in as we restack. Beautiful. We have 1 more. Inhaling. Exhale and tilt. Lengthen out the back of the neck, pushing the head and the hand lightly. Reaching towards the floor with that right arm, lengthening the fingers. And exhale to pull that rib in and restack. We're just going to lower those arms down. Roll those shoulders out a little bit for me in case we felt them working. We're going to do another abdominal exercise with our hands behind our head. So we're going to combine our pelvic tuck or roll back with a rotation. All right, so let's place the hands behind the head. Let's get set up correctly. The ribs are still laced. We're lengthening out the back of that neck, and we make sure that the head is pressing into those hands, and that shoulders are low, and the gap between our elbows and our head stays the same and consistent throughout. So let's start off with just a rotation to each side. We inhale to prepare. We exhale to rotate to the left. Good. We inhale back to center. So imagine you have a torch shining out of the middle of your chest, and we're moving that beam left and right. So that rib cage is doing the work, but the pelvis stays steady. All right, so we inhale. We exhale, rotate our torch to the right. But keep those hips steady. So feel like the right hip is pushing forward. Head is lengthened and pressing in the hands. Hold and inhale back to center. All right, we're going to change it up a little bit. We inhale. We exhale. We lengthen tall as we shine our torch to the left. We rotate. Now we hold for the inhale. We're going to exhale. We tuck the pelvis and we roll back to the right-hand side of the chair. So we roll back on the diagonal. This is where we're going to get that nice oblique work. Make sure that pelvis is tucked. We go back just before we touch the back of the chair or just before the legs lift. We inhale here. We exhale to keep the C curve as we come back up onto the sit bones, still facing to the left. We inhale to lengthen and straighten that spine, still facing the left. Head pressing in hands. We exhale to rotate over to the right-hand side all the way for me. All right. We hold for the inhale. Shoulders low. Exhale, start by tucking that pelvis and rolling back to the left-hand side of the chair. On the diagonal. Feels a little bit weird, I know. Make sure those feet stay grounded. We inhale, stability versus range of motion. We exhale to keep that C curve as we restack onto those sit bones, still facing to the right. Inhale to straighten that spine. Make sure that we're still pressing into the hands with the head, so the head isn't being pushed forward by the hands. Let's go one more each way. We inhale. We exhale. And rotate all the way through to the left. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, scoop the navel, tuck the pelvis, and rolling back for me. Good. Keep that tuck in that pelvis. We want those abdominals doing the work. Inhale. Exhale, keep the C curve. Pull those abdominals in. Head still pressing in the hands. And inhale to straighten on the diagonal. Last one. Exhale, rotate through to the right. And inhale, holding, lengthening tall. Exhale, scoop that navel, rolling back on the diagonal. Good. Hold for the inhale. Lengthen out the back of that neck as we exhale to keep the C curve, restacking. Inhale, coming back and tall. Beautiful. All right. Let those arms release. Roll those shoulders out for me. Okay. I want us to do some back extension over the back of the chest. So let's shift ourselves all the way back. Now you can rest your body into the chair for me. Interlace the hands behind the head again. Elbows in peripheral vision. Shoulders low. All right, we inhale to prepare. Exhale to nod the head back gently and slightly, and then start taking the spine back and over the chair for me. All right, be gentle with this. Inhale to hold. Exhale, nod the chin first to protect the neck, and then pull those ribs in and down to restack your spine. And let's go again. We inhale. We exhale. Lifting the eye line slightly, and then think of lifting the sternum or the chest up towards the ceiling, arching back and over. We inhale, head resting in the hands. Exhale, nod the chin first, and pull those ribs down. Good. And we're going to go for two more. Inhale, and exhale. Arching back and over. Beautiful. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, nodding the chin gently. Lifting up. And last one, we inhale to prepare. Exhale and lift the eye line slightly and lowering back. Beautiful. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, nod the chin to the chest, lifting back up. And lower those arms down. All right, so I just want to go through an arm movement with you, and then we'll be done for the day. Okay, so we'll do some roll downs in the chair as well. I want you to know I'm just facing to the side so you can see. This is where we're going to challenge our rib cage stability. So it's called rib cage closure. We want to sit nice and tall, have our neutral pelvis and the ribs laced, lengthening out the back of that skull. Arms are shoulder height, palms facing each other. We inhale to prepare. We now exhale to take the arms up and overhead. Keeping the ribs nice and laced for me, please. We don't have the floor to have the feedback of pushing that last rib into the mat now. So this is where our spatial awareness comes in, our body awareness. And we inhale to bring the arms back to shoulder height. All right, so use the exhale to lace those ribs. Let's go again. Exhale, lifting the arms, keeping the shoulders low and out of the ears. Feel like you're hinging at the shoulders. So as we lift the arms, the shoulder blades are wrapping down and around the rib cage. So we're hinging up. And we inhale to come back to shoulder height. Lovely. We're going to do 2 more. And exhale. Lengthen out the back of the skull. Have those ribs laced, shoulders low. And inhale back down to shoulder height. And last one, keeping the elbows soft, just gentle. We're not locking them straight. We exhale up. Lovely. And inhale, bring the arms all the way down for me. Okay, we're going to go into some seated roll downs. So again, come to the edge of the chair with your sit bones. Have your legs as wide as the mat for me. All right, arms hanging down by the sides. Be gentle with yourself. Only lower down as far as what you're comfortable with coming back up. We're just going to get some more mobility in that spine. All right, we inhale to prepare. We exhale to nod the chin gently. And then we just start rolling down towards the floor with our head, rolling through each vertebra. Let the arms drag along the sides of the thighs. Just going until we are almost chest to thighs if you can. If you're higher up, that's perfectly okay. And hold there for your inhale. Exhale, now scoop that navel in to restack that spine 1 vertebra at a time. Back onto those sit bones. Arms drag along the thighs. And eye line, the last thing to lift. And let's just do that 2 more times. We inhale. We exhale to nod the chin. Roll down and forward through each vertebra. Shoulders relaxed. Arms are heavy weights. Pause to hold for the inhale. Exhale, pull navel in, pelvic floor up as we restack that spine 1 vertebra at a time. Lovely, and I'll do the last one facing the opposite direction just so that you can get a different view. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, nod the chin. Roll down through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Arms heavy and lowering down. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, scoop that navel in, pull the pelvic floor up and restack that spine gently 1 vertebra at a time, lengthening nice and tall at the top. All right, so that is our session for the day. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Something a little bit lighter, a little bit more gentle, focuses a bit more on your spatial awareness. But I thought it would be nice to put something else out there that some seniors could possibly look at doing just to keep themselves mobile while they're in a chair. So they don't have to get up and down or on the floor. So if you have any elderlies that are living with you and they need some movement, maybe give them this video to try out. All right, I hope you guys have a lovely evening and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.